Hey, how you doing? So, what does art mean to you? For one thing, maybe it's just a good decoration for your house. You take it home, you hang it there, you got art. It's very private. But when you put it in the streets, it becomes something else. Has a deeper meaning because then it belongs to everybody. And that's what we've done here at Chicano Park. In the beginning, the city didn't like it. We thought we were going to get arrested and we were going to be destroyed. And we're still there, going to be 50 years. And now it's kind of a world location to, when the tourists come to San Diego, they visit Chicano Park and see all this public art. But we started there, and now it's going all over the place. Like this one here at UCSD, it's a work of art that has changed the entire area where it's at. Not only that, it's changed the campus because they didn't have any art before. Just like this campus here, you don't see any art anywhere. That's part of the system, no art. And so we continue to change the world just by what we did something long time ago. But it's fresh because this is a new culture. And we are becoming a little more alert to what's happening. Like, for instance, the school has 30% Chicanos, but it's very minor here. That's the reason why they took me to UCSD, in order to change that. I'm going to tell you a little bit about my artivism works, because I'm more than an artist, I'm an artivist. And that means that I do use my art to do artivism, or better yet, I do activism so I can do art. This is with my father, Guillermo Acevedo, one of the finest artists, and he was my mentor. If I'm great, it's because of him. We were born in Peru. We came here back in 1960. And I was born in 47, right about the time of the first atomic bombs, and when the Roswell flying saucers crashed. So in a way, I was born to be an alien from birth. And I was raised in Lima, where the environment was pretty dangerous in the streets. And it was reflecting what was happening, because there was going to be persecution of the intellects. Since the government is corrupted, the artists and writers would confront that on behalf of the people, and they were being stopped, so things were getting bad. And my father, who was already a successful artist and a businessman, he knew that was going to happen, so he knew that he had to get the family away from there. So we migrated to San Diego North as intellectual refugees. But before I left there, I was exposed to all the resistance that the poor people, the workers, were having against this corrupt government. And I was young, and I would watch that, and I would even get into it, because I could see that I was siding already with the people. I could see who was right and who was wrong. And I picked up the rocks and I throw them, but I didn't really know what was going on until later on, when I came here to San Diego and living in the ghettos, in the barrios of San Diego. It gave me the opportunity to see the same injustices happening here based on racism, and I thought I needed to do something. And so I got together with other Chicano artists. I found the spirit of the Chicano movement in the barrio, and overnight we became, from Mexican Americans, we became Chicanos. We finally left away all those labels that they had placed on us, to start with Indians. I've seen some real Indians here, and so we still have to be fixing this stuff for all the mistakes, all the fake news, the fake history that they've been giving us. When you see Chicano art, you see kind of on the surface, you see the colors, the brown faces, the Mexican reflections, but to artists and the community, it's more than that. It's an art revolution. And that has really saved us from living in a vacuum, still not on TV or the movies. We're still making changes. And in 1970, we went and liberated this building in Balboa Park and created the Centro Cultural de la Raza. And from there, we went down to Barrio Logan and created what you know, Chicano Park. Barrio Logan is famous for his history, very negative. the indigenous people there have suffered from policing, from pollution, and from every bad thing you can think about. We had it there. But in 1970, my friend Mario Solis, a Brown Beret activist, he discovered that the city was going to build secretly a police station in the barrio underneath the bridge. So we went out and organized, had the walkouts from the schools and the residents, even merchants. Everybody joined in to combat this. We were marching, picketing, and that's when Mario, again, what a hero. He comes and he sees a bulldozer there laying idle, and he hotwires it, and we take it over. And that moment, it changed reality. All of a sudden, we were taking over the machine, then immediately we took over the land. We put down all our pickets and signs and banners, and we pick up the picks and shovels and started Chicano Park. That's how we did it. And if you think about it, because we know our history, that was the first time in 500 years that indigenous were able to recover some of the land, make it ours, and initiate the healing of the earth. To think about that April 22nd, 1970 is also the same day that Earth Day was created. Is that a coincidence? Are we living some kind of coincidence? In my experiences, no. Everything there's a reason for this and why we are here. Artivism speaks about the three pillars of justice, unity, and prosperity. Based on this, we were able to create what today is one of the finest communities, a real neighborhood in Barrio Logan. There's still a few shootings here and there once in a while, but not like it was before. Nevertheless, it's not stopping. The tourists keep coming and things are growing, but gentrification is still biting to us. But if it wasn't for Chicano Park, we might have been run over already. Take over here the image of the woman. This cosmic lady was able to change the way women are perceived. When you go there to Chicano Park, when you look at history, mostly are men. Women were missing from the picture. And this goddess, Pachamama, Mother Earth, is changing that attitude. And those same positive elements is being placed to blacks and queers and other peoples, groups of people that typically, historically, have been persecuted by the dominant force. So from 1970 to today has been a long time. Next year would be 50 years. But we have and continue to inspire and influence society. We have changed many things. We have brought what we did back in our hometowns, back at home, the history. We bring it here. We mix it with contemporary issues, and we are changing contemporary times by that action. My friend Enrique Chu, he's another artist in Tijuana. He saw how the militarization was happening on the border and how walls are being planned and to divide people. So he thought he would make a change by actually painting the wall. And he's there. He's been doing it now for a while. And people are joining him. He's getting in the news that the attraction is there. And we say, why is he doing this? Because this is artivism. This is a way that we are taking charge of our position and as artists to see that we can change the world, so to get on the news so other people can see that there's things happening in real news. So when the immigrants come to this country, they see that Chicano visions are welcoming them. They can see themselves on the walls. And the children have a possibility now to come to get educated and so on. So all the hard work that we've been doing is really been paying off as we move forward. This kind of reminded me of this wall in Prague, in the Czech Republic. When the Velvet Revolution happened, there was a wall there, because I visited there, that the Beatles had gone by there in 1968 during that revolution in Czechoslovakia. And because they were there at that wall, it had become the wall of peace and love. And so every visitors in the community would come and put their names on them. But they asked me if I could do the portrait of Lenin and this saying, all we are saying is give peace and love a chance. So Artivism has no borders. And we are still here. We were the first that created this kind of change. And I'm 72, I admit it. And so I'm going to be healthy. I'm working at that so I can continue to do this work. As you can see, there's 4 gentlemen here. They were part of my group. I had many groups coming along the line, mostly women. And some are sick, some are dying. But this duality that we have between our history that was the past, because we're living through post-America. We are leaving behind that old dream of the house and all that, and moving into a more of a survival, because we have tremendous work to do ahead if we continue this way. So as a Chicana artist, my role is to continue to not only produce works that I feel that are going to have an effect on you, but also on me, because I am still changing. I'm still evolving. And soon enough, we will be, well, we already are the majority, you know? So this is the future. What else? Que viva Picasso, I say, you know. This is your story. It's not just mine. Thank you very much.